Imagine you're 7 years old, sleeping in a tent in your own backyard. You wake up in the middle of the night. Your brother is gone, and someone is watching you from outside the tent. This is a true story. Chris grew up with two brothers. His older brother was a Boy Scout and often went on camping trips. Chris always felt jealous. He wanted to experience camping too. One night, his parents decided to let him and his older brother camp in the backyard. They set up a tent, lit a small campfire, and roasted marshmallows. To Chris, it felt like the greatest adventure ever. Their backyard was huge, surrounded by trees. At night, it almost felt like real wilderness. Later that night, the two brothers climbed into their sleeping bags. They played on their Game Boys for a while. Eventually, they got tired. The night was quiet, too quiet. At some point during the night, Chris suddenly woke up. He didn't know why, but something felt wrong. Chris looked around the dark tent. His brother's sleeping bag was empty. His brother was gone. The tent zipper was still closed. Chris assumed his brother had gone inside the house. But now, Chris was alone in the tent, and suddenly, the backyard didn't feel safe anymore. Before leaving the tent, Chris slowly peeked outside, and what he saw froze him instantly. A man was sitting near the fire pit, in complete darkness, facing the tent, watching. This was not his brother, and it definitely wasn't his dad. Chris quickly zipped the tent closed and hid in his sleeping bag. His heart was racing. He didn't move. He didn't make a sound. Then he heard something. The chair by the fire pit moved. Footsteps, slow footsteps, getting closer. A shadow appeared on the tent wall. Someone was standing right outside. Then something even worse happened. The zipper started moving, slowly, opening, just a few inches. Then Chris noticed a tiny gap at the bottom of the tent. And inside that gap was an eye. Staring directly at him, Chris froze. For a few seconds, he couldn't even scream. The eye squinted slightly, as if the man was smiling. The zipper opened another inch. And finally, Chris screamed, loudly. The man immediately ran away through the yard. Chris's dad rushed outside, but the stranger was already gone. The police were called, but the man was never found. Weeks later, Chris was playing during recess at school, near the fence that faced the street. A man approached from the other side. He asked Chris for directions. Chris said he didn't know. Then the man said something terrifying. "Your name is Chris, right?" Chris's heart dropped. He lied and said no. The man smiled and said, "You don't remember me, do you?" Chris ran to the teachers, but when they looked, the man was gone. Chris is an adult now, but he still remembers that night, because he believes one thing. If he hadn't screamed, that man might have taken him. And the scariest part? The man was never caught.